It's time for your statewide Alabama weathercast.
And a good Sunday morning to you, meteorologist Bill Murray here in Studio A at the Alabama Weather Network. And here's your statewide weather forecast. Some scattered clouds across Alabama, heaviest over the southern part of the state on this final Sunday of summer. Radar been showing a little light shower up here in the northeastern part of the state. It has finally died off and exited DeKalb County up there. Temperatures so far across Alabama early this morning have been fairly mild. 60s generally, the heat island of Birmingham kicking in at 73 so far this morning, as the state's warm spot, Gulf Shores, checking in also at 70 degrees. Quick sky cam tour looking back over the city of Huntsville, the lights of the Rocket City, 69 degrees there. A beautiful start to the day, sunrise about to come. The University of Alabama, Tuscaloosa, looking back toward the city, 72 degrees now from our sky cam at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Beautiful sunrise getting ready to emerge from the Galleria sky cam at Hoover, where it's 73 degrees right now, looking back to the southeast. In Montgomery, Alabama's capital city, I can see an airplane flying there. A beautiful morning there. See the Crampton Bowl, 72 degrees there. And finally, looking east, or west actually, from Spanish Fort in Baldwin County, not 91 degrees. Still having some sensor problems with this, but looking back toward Mobile, a beautiful morning in the 70s there in Baldwin County. Forecast highs across Alabama today. Backing off just a little bit from yesterday, where it was 97 at Birmingham, 97 at Calera. Actually did break a record. Of course, their records there are over a much shorter period at the Shelby County Airport. But temperatures today should be a little bit cooler. We should see a higher chance of rainfall today, generally between about 30 and 50%, depending on where you are. But check your Alabama Weather Network app to see what your current conditions and your forecast is, as we work really hard to keep that updated throughout the day. 500 millibar heights, this is about 18,000 feet. We learn a lot from this pattern as we forecast the weather, and this trough right here is our next big weather maker. As a matter of fact, it's going to help increase those rain chances for your Sunday across the state. Little upper disturbance moving across. Tomorrow, rain chances probably still a little bit elevated. Tuesday, we become a little flatter, a little more zonal, without that little subtle bit of a trough there. Perhaps a little bit drier on Tuesday, but things begin to change by Wednesday. This big trough begins to swing into place here from Chicago down to St. Louis, and as it does, that's going to send a cold front our way. We'll see increasing rain chances, especially Wednesday. Still a very moist tropical air mass in place over Alabama and the southeastern United States, and that means the threat for heavy rain will be there, and also the threat for strong thunderstorms Wednesday night into early Thursday, as that front will pass through Alabama, and then this big upper low will develop exactly where it sets up. But even if it sets up in this arrangement right here, we could have showers and clouds hanging on into the weekend across the state. So we'll watch for that, a cool flow even into Sunday as we go through time. Today, expecting a fairly good coverage, as we said, 30 to 50% of showers and thunderstorms. Some of those could have heavy downpours, gusty winds, and lightning, so be on the lookout for that. Maybe a little less coverage tomorrow, and perhaps even less coverage on Tuesday, but things will be setting up as this front begins to set up to our north on Tuesday, and then low pressure, secondary low pressure, begins to develop to the south on Wednesday and swing our way. This could be the energy that the atmosphere needs to cause those stronger thunderstorms over the northern half of Alabama, especially Wednesday, southern Alabama by Thursday. We'll be watching that as we go through time. That system passes on through, the cold front moves on, and then we have cooler weather for the weekend. This is Tropical Storm Gabrielle, destined to become a hurricane today. It will turn to the north and pass east of the island of Bermuda on Monday. Should give it about 200 miles of buffer. That should be plenty to make sure that they only have a few showers and some gusty winds, along with some higher swell, big surf. Rip currents. Rip currents are going to be a problem along the east coast of the United States. We already have rip current advisories this morning for Florida and the Delmarva and New Jersey. So be watching out for that. But the system is becoming better organized. Air Force hurricane hunters are en route to look at what the system has done overnight. This is your 7-day forecast for North Alabama. Those rain chances will be going up as we get into the midweek period especially. We'll be watching Wednesday as our especially significant day for the threat of heavy rain, possibly strong to severe thunderstorms, and the temperatures will be falling back. And then as we get into the forecast for South Alabama, those rain chances will be ramping up, especially for Thursday and Friday. Temperatures will finally fall off as we get into the weekend. Well, that's a look at your statewide forecast here from the Alabama Weather Network.